All right, so we're here in the Real Collection today with Josh. How you doing, Josh?
Good. A bit overwhelmed with all the amazing movies going on.
Yeah, just let us know what you like and tell us about your favorite movies that you see here.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay. I can put it here. We got Baby Driver.
Oh,
Fantastic film.
So good.
I enjoy this film probably more every time I see it. Yeah, Edgar Wright. I think this is my first Edgar Wright film, actually.
Was it? Okay.
Yes. But his use of color and music,
Yes.
on point.
The way it's edited.
Yes, yes. Especially in that sequence when he's going to get the coffee and all the... Yes, oh my gosh.
So good.
Ooh. I think this one's a bit underrated. The Man from Uncle.
I agree.
This was such a fun film. And it's Henry Cavill. So you can't go wrong there. Yeah, definitely that one's underrated.
For sure. Guy Ritchie did that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was my first Guy Ritchie film.
Not Sherlock Holmes?
Oh, no, yep. Yeah, the second...
Oh, that's right. You watched Game of Shadows first.
Yes, Game of Shadows. I didn't see the first one until recently, actually. I think the Game of Shadows is better than the first one.
Okay, you're wrong, but
Oh, wow. Okay. That forced running scene, though.
it's a good movie.
I like the way this was filmed with whenever he goes into his like I'm gonna figure everything out.
Yep.
Just the way I don't know even how to describe it. Just the quick cuts or whatever it is that makes it have the slightly ethereal.
Right.
Was really cool.
I agree. I think it's better.
Haha.
Wow.
Haha.
Wow.
Well, it's 2 versus 2.
Oh man. Okay, you got Mission Impossible and Bourne like right next to each other. Oh, we're in the action section. That's why. And John Wick. Like all these are fantastic.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Top Gun Maverick. I don't think I will ever forget my theater experience with this because it was Dolby Cinema theater, and when the engines came on, just the bass was enough to shake the chairs, and that just elevated the experience.
That's great.
So saw it again in regular, like a regular screening, and no, Dolby Cinema. Significantly better.
Big downgrade.
Actually, funny story is because the movie starts the same way as the original one, and so I get in there with my parents, and I'm like, and it starts going, I'm like, did we get in the wrong theater?
Right.
Are they playing the original Top Gun? What's going on here? And then it gets to a different scene, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I'm like, Pirates films, fantastic. Oh my goodness, there's so many good ones right here. I'm gonna pull out a few of them here. I hope I remember where they go.
I'll figure it out.
Nope, that was the wrong one.
Not Ad Astra.
Still a good movie, though.
Yeah, I think it's some great scenes that they didn't quite figure out how to tie all together.
Okay.
But there's several sequences in this movie that are great, especially the opening scene. To see the opening scene in the theater, on the top of that space tower needle thing, looking down and the falling. That was pretty fantastic.
Right.
To see in the theater. I meant to grab Alita: Battle Angel.
Yes.
Cannot wait for the sequel. This is a fantastic film. Check it out if you have not seen it.
You're going to have to wait for the sequel because it's been 10 years almost.
But there's rumors, there's rumblings that we're going to get one.
Yes.
But I also had to pull out Book of Eli and Inception, which both are fantastic. I've only seen Book of Eli once, but I was blown away. I didn't know anything about it, except that he was blind. So,
Right. Spoiler alert.
Ruined the movie for me, man.
Is this spoiler?
That is a spoiler. It's not revealed that he's blind till the end.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Book of Eli is in Braille.
Okay, sorry. I thought the spoiler was what the thing at the end.
I need
My bad.
amnesia.
Just you'll forget by the time you see it. Inception, I swear I learn something new every time I see it. Really, really good film. Oh my goodness. Okay, this sci-fi section is just fantastic. I saw a few more that I have to grab out, and it wasn't that one.
Hidden up there.
Okay, through from the top. Minority Report. I did not like this movie at first. I was like, it was fine. But Cameron convinced me otherwise, and I watched it again, and this is a fantastic movie.
Yes. Spielberg.
Snowpiercer. This one totally came out of nowhere. Was not expecting the ride I was in for. Such craziness and slight it's not really a spoiler, but it is a little spoiler. It's a spoiler warning. But as soon as the pregnant lady pulls out the gun, I was like, what? What is this movie? What am I watching? This is fantastic, but what on earth? So this is a great film and harrowing ending.
Yes.
End sequence there. I want to say that Maze Runner Scorched Trials was my first zombie film.
Oh.
Interesting.
Which was unexpected.
Okay.
I really liked. I felt like it wasn't tropey at all.
I agree.
You just know from zombies from osmosis.
Mhm.
Right.
So, but I felt like this was done very differently than that. And each of these movies is better than the previous one. So
I agree. I think that's one of the most underrated trilogies of all
yes,
time. So-
yes. Rise, Dawn, and War, and Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
The Planet of the Apes. Another underrated trilogy, and Kingdom was good as well. The Twilight Saga. They're actually not that bad.
Please. First one I think is a masterpiece.
The first one?
Oh yeah, the rest of them are trash, but the first
What?
one's great. Yeah.
I thought they got better as they went along.
Please tell me you're.
My wife would be on board with you, but
Really? Team Jacob until they get married, and then Team Edward. I don't know what. I thought there was a little bit. Some of the acting in the first one was a little iffy, but other than that, I thought it was pretty good. But New Moon was really good, and I didn't really know the story, so I was blown away by part 2.
okay.
I was like jaw dropped.
Right.
I had to pause the movie
Right.
and just like, okay.
Yeah. You and my wife really need to talk about that. She likes those movies a lot.
I love vampire baseball.
Vampire baseball. Yeah.
My first Fast and Furious film,
Oh, that's right. Yes.
and it wasn't actually that bad. It wasn't as they didn't go to the moon, so that's a plus in a car. But I've actually my roommate and I have gone through the first 5,
Oh, wow.
and they're actually pretty good. The
really?
5th one, we were like, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh!
5, 6, and 7, dude. That's
Really?
the sweet spot.
Even
right
better.
there.
Okay.
Skip
That's
8.
encouraging. What a run as James Bond here. I'm just gonna pull all of them out except Quantum of Solace because that movie is unfortunately horrible.
Oof.
But
Carson disagrees.
you like Quantum of
I
Solace?
love Quantum of Solace. I think
It's just like Casino Royale Part 2.
I think it's so fun.
All right. I can give you the fun part. But, I don't know. Skyfall was actually the first one I saw, and that's also my first James Bond film.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Perfect
So-
Bond film to start with.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it
true
is,
because it is
yeah.
kind of a beginning.
Yeah. It's an end and a
Just as a
beginning.
Yeah.
movie
It's
alone, that is
interesting.
like one of the best of the best.
It is,
Bond.
yeah. It's we're actually between. I mean, Spectre's good too. I think it could have been a little better than it was, but between these 3, it is really hard to like. I think these 2 are technically above this as far as like cinema, filmmaking, whatever.
Okay,
But
okay, yeah.
I just enjoyed this one so
I did
much.
too. So surprising.
So-
I love that film.
Yes, all of these are absolutely fantastic.
I agree.
Second Hand Lions and The Last Samurai, both fantastic films. I need to see Big Fish. I keep hearing good things about this.
Oh, you
My favorite Tim
do.
Burton movie.
It's Tim Burton. Wow,
Yeah.
surprisingly
Ewan
so.
McGregor is so good in that.
He's good in everything.
Yeah.
We Bought a Zoo.
Yes.
I think I've only seen it once, but it's one of those movies that definitely leaves an impression on you.
Yes.
Oh, one of my favorite animated movies growing up, Balto. Not entirely historically accurate, but it's fantastic.
It is. I grew up watching that too.
Ooh, I don't remember if it's second or third.
Makes a good double feature with Togo.
Yes, Togo. That was one of the early Disney Plus originals.
Yep.
That one's good. That one's good. Okay, I do have to pull out Night and Day. This is another one that Cameron has convinced me is a fantastic film because I first saw it and I was like, whatever. I didn't like, and it's hard too because James Mangold has made such amazing films. This one was pretty darn low in my ranking of his, but Cameron's like, no, you got to watch the extended cut. Got to watch the extended edition. So I did, and no, it's actually a fantastic film, and I absolutely love it. I think part of the problem too is I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith and then this really close together, and I saw Mr. and Mrs. Smith first, which I absolutely loved, but
That'll do it. Because, see, I watched Night and Day first, and I couldn't stand Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay, so yes,
there you
but
go.
now I like both of them. But I will say, I will go back to extended cut of Night and Day. I'll pull the trigger on watching that a lot sooner than I would of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've only seen each of them once, but I would watch Night and Day again.
Yep.
Okay, about time. This is. Is it a rom-com? Is it a chick flick? Whatever. I don't know. It's in. You could call it a girl movie. It is my favorite girl movie. It is absolutely fantastic. Time travel, but like in just a creative way, and yeah, I don't know. They're just so like authentic. Everyone in this movie is so authentic, and they just seem like they're real people. Yeah, everyone is fantastic in this movie. It's definitely my top 100.
Yeah.
I don't know specifically where, but it's up there for sure.
Right.
Oh my gosh. What does it spell?
DC Uni. They ended the thing right there.
It was gonna say DC Unicycle, but
Oh wait, this is the second. Is this the second? Okay, this is the second universe.
yes.
Universe films.
The first universe is up there on the far right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to see these. I've seen like one or two of them,
Okay.
but these are great.
Yeah.
Yes, Batman vs. Robin. Absolutely fantastic film. And then there's a couple other. Death of Superman is great as well, but this is their end game, and let me tell you, yes, I cried.
Right.
This is amazing.
It is great.
So good, and it's all about. It's not all about, but like the heart of it is their relationship. And Constantine is great in these films as well. He's like the main character technically, or he's the protagonist. This one is a really fun one. Red, such a great action film. I know I like this movie way more than Cameron did, so I'm not sure why he owns it. But G.I. Joe: Rise of the Cobra. This is such a fun one. Yeah, it has some tropiness and cheesiness or whatever, but there's some story elements and some twists that I was not expecting. So, I really enjoyed that one. The second one's good too. I just saw Twilight and I was like, you have 2 copies? And it was like Twilight Zone. Okay. Revolution!
Did you watch that?
There was a second season?
Second and final season.
I didn't know there was a second season of Revolution. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, the first season was great.
Yeah. It's got the dad from Twilight.
Yes, it does. That was actually the first place I saw. Actually, this is the first place I saw.
Giancarlo? That's the
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's
Me too.
top tier actor. Oh my
I
goodness.
agree.
He's not in enough things. He needs to be more
Yes.
in more things. Firefly, also a fantastic series. Do you have Serenity?
Yes. Over here on the side.
Oh, I missed it. I missed Serenity. It was in the sci-fi section. There was so much in the sci-fi section.
There was a lot.
To look at. That must be why I missed it. Avatar, absolutely top tier show. I need to finish Korra. I'm on the last season of that.
Cool. You can pull those out. It's Samurai Jack.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually seen Samurai Jack.
Oh, it's great.
I need to see Samurai Jack. Sky Captain the World tomorrow. I almost pulled out Elektra. This is a great movie.
you almost
And
made a big mistake.
I haven't seen Elektra, so I don't know.
Elector's cut has its merits.
Oh.
I actually like Elektra.
This movie, I think it's one of the first to be totally green screened.
Yeah, it's before 300.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, and it's not the best movie in the world, but it's a really fun ride. Has that like noir World War II era esque feel to it. And right next to that, I gotta pull out Hellboy 2 because the first Hellboy I thought was okay, but Del Toro did a fantastic job with this movie. This movie makes me want his Hobbit films so bad because there's so much creature effects and everything is real on camera. It looks fantastic. And I really wish that they had given him the green light on the Hobbit films while he was still attached to them. There's so many, all these X-Men movies. If I had to pick one though, it would be the non-road cut,
Right.
of Days of Future Past. This is probably one of my favorite superhero films, honestly.
Yeah.
All about Mystique. Out of all superhero films, the prequel series specifically, all of them, but really the X-Men prequel series specifically, just nails down the character interactions, and it's really all about the relationships between the characters. That's what makes these movies, which isn't something a lot of superhero movies do. Even Dark Phoenix, which was kind of panned, still has that element of all the characters and the relationships with each other, and it really makes the film,
So,
I think.
underrated.
Came out at a bad time.
Right.
Oh, you even have the Hawkeye series. Definitely have to pull out Batman vs. Superman. This is another one that I saw the theatrical version in theaters, and I was like, Civil War blew it out of the water. But that's because a lot of it was on the cutting room floor because they didn't let Snyder do the whole thing. So Ultimate Edition, significantly better. This is also another one. Cameron was like, no, just watch this version. It's better.
It's 3 hours. It's worth it.
And yes, and this is such a good film. I know I'm gonna get some flack for that, but I don't care. The last one I was gonna pull out. Oh, Unbreakable's great. Okay, where was the last one I was gonna pull out? The Rocketeer. Grew up on this one. Thanks, Dad. This is a fantastic film. If you like Indiana Jones, if you like World War II things, if you like beating up Nazis, whatever, this is such a fantastic film. And yeah, it could technically be a little tropey, like they got a gangster named Valentine. That's like right on the nose. But it's kind of like Indiana Jones, where you swear you'd seen it somewhere else before, but it's tropey, but it's not cheesy.
Yeah.
Everything about it just works.
Right.
And it's just such a fun ride. And Jennifer Connelly's in it, so
Yes.
this just makes me want to watch movies more.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
coming by.
This has been great.
Okay, Cam.